From forgotten free trials to automatic renewals, when big companies keep charging you, Truebill is your secret weapon to save your money on subscriptions you don't need anymore. Truebill is the new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, Truebill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap. And your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions so you don't have to. I love Truebill because it lets me know when payments are coming up. Like, I just had to cancel something that I thought I canceled, but it's still there. Thank you, Truebill, for making this experience so much easier. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at Truebill.com/think. Go right now, Truebill.com/think. It could save you thousands a year. Truebill.com/think.
Let's talk about hormones and fertility. Did you guys know as many as 5 million women in the U.S. have PCOS and 50 to 75% are unsure that they have it? With an at-home PCOS test, you can measure key hormones that help control essential functions, including your menstrual cycle, ovulation, weight, and metabolism. Knowing your levels may help to explain symptoms like fertility issues. Thanks to our sponsor, Let's Get Checked, we got you guys covered. Let's Get Checked is an at-home testing company that makes it easy and confidential to check your hormone levels from the comfort of your home. I like to use Let's Get Checked because it helps me understand my body a lot more. Let's Get Checked laboratories are CLIA approved, which are the highest ranking level of accreditation. The company has performed over 2 million at-home tests. They keep your information and results confidential. And even better, our listeners will get 30% off their entire order with LOUD. Just visit letsgetchecked.com and enter the code LOUD, that's LOUD, at checkout. Do you ever feel really overwhelmed when it comes to handling personal finances? You guys are not the only ones. And before we get into today's conversation, I want to thank Credit Karma for sponsoring this podcast. Credit Karma is here to help you make those big calls with more confidence. Whether you're refinancing credit card debt or paying for an up-and-coming expenses, Credit Karma uses your credit data to show you fresh personal loan offers that are personalized just to you. On Credit Karma, you can check out multiple loan offers side by side. Members who compare loan offers on Credit Karma save an average of 30% on interest rates. And the best part about Credit Karma is that it's completely free. And if you're like me, you love anything that is free. They find loans that fit your needs. And when I needed to pay off my home renovations, and that was hard, trust me, but with Credit Karma, they made it incredibly easy and helpful for me along the way. Plus, Credit Karma helps you keep track of your financial progress and even lets you know if you can refinance and save money. Credit Karma. Apply with confidence today. Ready to apply? Head over to creditkarma.com/loan offers to see personalized offers with your approval odds right now. Go to creditkarma.com/loan offers to find the loan for you. That's creditkarma.com/loan offers.
Welcome to the Think Loud crew. 3 moms getting real with the daily moments of our lives, parenting, relationships, and the WTF moments.
I thought you were going to actually do well with the intro. You started off so strong.
And then she said,
the daily lives
and parenthood and relationships.
Yeah, that was.
I just thought if I started with confidence, I would end with confidence. But in the middle, it got a little shaky.
It got way shaky.
It's okay.
Just introduce yourself.
Anyways, welcome back, y'all. My name is R.
What is it?
And I am Shanan Kablayan.
I'm a guest here. I don't know how to go.
Hey, you've been on once.
You've been on once.
You're no longer a guest. You're just here with us. I'm Cheyenne, and today we have a very special guest back for his second time. You guys already know the man on the couch. Oh, you're probably listening to this in your car. You already know the man here.
It's Mezies.
Mezies is back.
And we're going to answer
better questions. We're
actually
asking
gonna-
more questions.
No, we're actually going to talk about what y'all want to hear.
We're gonna run it back to the beginning. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was out sick that day. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, I was
But-
awkward.
I think
I watched the episode that they shot with Mez. And then I read the comments and I was like, I can't troll my own podcast.
But you can. You did troll us.
But I hit the girls out. I'm like, y'all, what was up?
We were all over the place.
Yeah, Shanan, I can't even blame you because you were like the third wheel on the couch. And Kyle was like an awkward 8th grader. And Mez was like, I'm just here. I'm here to answer whatever you ask me.
You know, that's all I can do.
So I think we should start from the beginning, like the very beginning, all the way back until the first night or day or afternoon when you guys met. Who wants to tell the story?
How did you guys meet?
Let's ask Mez. I want to hear your version.
I want to hear Mezier's version too.
How did you and R meet?
So it was I came to LA for my 30th birthday.
Okay.
It was All-Star
What
weekend.
year was this?
2018. Yeah, 2018.
It was February 2018, you
Yeah,
guys.
Okay, girl, we didn't ask you. We're asking the man.
2018, I came to LA for my very first time. I've never been to LA in my life, so I wanted to come. Yeah, my boy moved out here a couple years prior to me coming. So
This was your first trip out here?
And then you met Kyle.
Bro, you walked away with not one but 2 kids.
right,
This man thought he was coming just to turn up for the 30th.
right. I didn't even know it was honestly, and I'm a NBA fan, and I didn't even know that All-Star Weekend was in LA because I was just
So you were out with all the hoochies.
nah.
First of all, sorry, I'm not calling Kyle hoochie.
All-Star Weekend is always
It's lit.
Lit.
That was my
Yeah.
very
It's
first
extra.
All-Star
It was
weekend
lit.
also. And I wasn't even planning on going out when we went out that night. But
Miss,
the girls were like, "You're
Kyle.
coming with us."
we want to know. We
Mezier.
want to know Mezier's side.
Right.
I'm gonna mute myself.
So
No, you're not.
So I come in LA, we have a great time. Me and my boys, we chilling. So honestly, that night that I met y'all, I was supposed to be done. Like I was done. Like I was
You're done,
on
like,
everything. Like I
you didn't wanna go out that night?
I've been faded. I was on shrooms Can we talk about that?
yes.
Okay. I was on shrooms. I was everything. So I'm like, yo, I'm done. My man was like, nah, man, there's one more party we can go to. My man can get us in. Let's go. I was like, all right, man, fuck it. Let's go. So I go. And then I meet y'all beautiful ladies, you know what I'm saying? And then
No.
First of
Kyle,
all-
put the mic down. This is not for you. We should have just left you out of this, actually.
that's how okay. You want me to get in
yes,
details of how-
yes,
okay.
details.
So I was in the club.
Ooh.
I was with my mans. And I remember seeing a tall, beautiful, light-skinned joint walking by. I was like, damn, who that? You know what I'm saying? So, but mind you, I don't really approach women like that. So
Why not?
I'm shy.
Okay. Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But my boy Zach at the time, not your fiance, but my boy Zach.
Yes.
So he saw you. He saw you. So he tried to come holler at you.
Oh, you were there that night.
I was there, but when Mez says it was a lit weekend, I don't remember the
Right.
weekend.
I'm sure you don't, because it was you. I think Remy.
Yes, Zaynab.
Zaynab,
We were
of
all
them.
there.
Oh,
So
wow.
my boys try to holler at all her friends. So,
all
and
beautiful.
I see R and I just go and start talking to her. And I remember, I forgot how the conversation went, but I told her my name and she didn't believe my name. And I literally had to pull out my ID and show her my name.
Why didn't she believe your
I don't
name?
know.
Kyle, you are the wrong person to ever question anybody's name.
I wasn't I
Right.
was trying to understand his name. So when he says his name, sometimes I feel like when he pronounces it, there sounds like there's an N in it. So he was saying Mezier, but I was hearing like Manzier.
Yeah, that's exactly what she was saying. She kept saying,
yeah,
man.
and I was
so
like,
were you
how do you
lit?
spell-
You were lit.
Okay, first of all, y'all, I don't really drink, and that night I drank. I was definitely drunk.
She was extra saucy that night.
I was
remember.
extra saucy, and it was to the point where like half of our group, like half the girls we were with, they left, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
was leaving, and then I was like, actually, I'm gonna stay.
When
And
Kyle drinks, it's like
I get really happy and excited.
yeah, like a
and
kid.
I dance.
So my parents have always taught us like if you guys go to a place together, you leave together. Like that's just what it is. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. I left that
Cheyenne
night.
was
I
like,
was like, you're
I'm
doing
done with you.
You're
You're
doing
doing the
too much.
most.
You're doing the most. I'm going to Barry's to get some pizza. You can keep twiddling on the dance floor if you
And
want.
I also really
You
love
said
loud
twiddling.
music. You know what it is? I love loud music. So I was in a happy mode, and I just had like a really shitty week. I wasn't planning on going out, and I was gonna be emo girl at home, but the girls were like,
Come with us.
"No, you're coming with us." Like,
So we should pay child support.
you know what? This is
Something.
everybody.
I feel like Viacom owes me child support for Ryder, but I feel like you could blame me and the girls. We'll throw a little razzle dazzle for you guys.
I blame Timmy. I blame Remy's
So
brother.
you were
because he's
stuck
the
on
one who
his
got
name.
us out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was stuck on my name, so I gave her my ID and she looked at my name, and then we got to talking. We exchanged numbers, and we hung out the next morning. We went to breakfast.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we went. I don't know the spot name or nothing, but we went to breakfast, and then we just talked from then on.
When did you go back to DC? That next day?
Nah, I went back to DC. I think it was a Friday night. I stayed. Then we met again Saturday, and then I left Sunday. I think I left the day after.
When you do that, we can hear it.
Oh.
I left the day after, or maybe the day after next. So one of those days.
But I feel like from what I remember, because I remember that night of you guys meeting, because I was mad at Kyle because I'm like, I'm ready to go and you're still doing whatever you're doing. She was very, like she said, happy. And I remember her telling me how she met you. I met this guy outside the club and I don't go to clubs and I met somebody else at the club. And I'm looking at her like, oh my God, my
Lord.
sister. But I feel like from what I remember, you guys really hit it off. Like from the very second you met. Am I right or wrong?
Right. She actually came to DC like a week later, I think. Right?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a week
Not a
later.
week.
It was
No,
like,
it felt like a week.
it was like a month.
Like
It felt like a week to me too.
I mean, I know my birthday's in the middle of the month, so I think she came in the beginning of March, right? So like 2 weeks later.
No, I'm psycho and I remember dates. I think I flew out on like March 11th.
Well, a month later, then I guess.
Don't ask me why. But
Well, yeah, so she came
it was,
a
I was,
month later.
she
it was in
knows
March.
the time.
So we talked for
know
that
when I
whole
got
time. You know what I'm saying? So the whole time we was talking.
She said she said she knew when she got pregnant.
Oh my god.
We're not there yet. We're jumping ahead. We're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
We're
Oh,
still.
yeah.
We're not there yet. Matt is still, he's still talking about how you guys were talking after you met.
So you guys went to breakfast the next
So we
morning.
went to breakfast the next morning, and then we talked throughout the time I left until she came back to DC. Because she told me she was coming to DC.
Mm-hmm.
So we chilled, and then she came to DC, and that's when
That's when the magic happened.
that's when Boz was conceived.
Okay, so wait. You guys
So
are,
it was-
after you met, you guys are just like texting? Are we FaceTiming? Are we calling?
All of it, all of the above.
Whose idea was it for her to come and visit in DC?
Let's be
You want
honest.
me to answer?
Yeah, boy, that's what we're
Oh, I don't know if I think it was me. Maybe yeah, it was me. I don't remember her too well, but I remember her. She was telling me about she always wanted to come to DC, and I was like, "Come to DC," and I didn't think she was gonna come that soon, but she came. You know what I'm saying?
He was probably shooting that text about pull up, and she
she
said,
pulled up.
I'm actually outside.
I'm actually here.
She pulled up, so
Were you surprised when she pulled up?
not really.
I
No.
was.
What? Okay, Kyle, I guess you can talk now.
Why were you surprised that you pulled up?
So I had never done anything like that.
You don't really like.
And to be honest, like, so after we
not
met,
get
like,
into it.
it was like he was going home. I didn't think that. I thought that was it. Like, I didn't think there'd be
You're
like
saying after the
conversation.
first club night.
Yeah, after the club, and the next day, like, we went to go eat. We hung out. Like, I met some of his friends. We randomly went to Ryan and Rami's house.
Oh yeah. We went to Rami's house, and
We went to a studio, and he was like, when we pulled up, he was like, if anyone asks, like, you're a songwriter. And I was like, what?
That's the only way I could kind of get her in. You know
But at the same time, I was like, okay,
Sure, I'm a songwriter.
And then I went and I was like, oh, I like these people. Like, yeah, I write. Like, that was that. And then after that, we were going to go see a movie with the family. So like, I had like it wasn't a curfew, but it was like I had family obligations. So then I had to go. But when he flew back, I was saying, I don't think we were going to talk after that.
After he left from his trip.
Yeah.
You thought
and
it
then
was
it was
just
like
done.
he started FaceTiming me, and I was like, oh, okay, like maybe
this is happening. This is a thing.
It just seemed very like seamless.
No, and I agree because I have a really bad memory, but I also really remember this. I'm working on my memory, but when people ask me about like how you guys met and stuff, and how was it before the babies and all that stuff, and I'm like, from what I remember, they hit it off, and it was very easy.
Now my friend said the same thing.
Yeah. Now when I see y'all butt heads, I'm like, can we go back?
My friend said the same thing. Like he was like, "Yo, my man that was with me, my boy Ron. He was like, I remember that night because you was on her. He was like, you know, you was. Yeah, he still say that to this day. Like every time I vent to him.
Damn, where is Ron? We need to have him pull up.
Ron, wait, Ron.
I attribute some of this to Ron too, because I don't know. We were like going down an escalator, like leaving the venue, and Ron was asking me questions. And I don't know why we started talking about taxes, and I was like, "This is the first time I've ever paid taxes." And he was like, "This is the first time he's paid taxes. Like y'all should talk about taxes."
Yeah, that's right.
And we were like, it was the most. What? Y'all, when I
Ron
it
is
was
he's
so
like
weird.
that though.
I just became an adult. Have you become an adult?
I have a reason though. I have a reason.
Are you paying in taxes?
I have a reason why I just paid taxes.
We don't want to know.
But I'm just saying though,
because he was playing basketball.
I was playing ball. But yeah, so not even Ron, because he's actually.
So Ron should have to pay child support too.
Yeah, no, actually, Zach, the one that Zach came yesterday. He came through last night and we just chilled for a second, and we were just outside. I was like, dog, you know, I got 2 kids now, and it's all because of you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful. I love my babies. You know what I'm saying? I love I love my situation, but. If it wasn't for Zach, because I was really not gonna go to the club that night. Like I was done, but he was like, "Man, come on, it's your birthday. Let's go." I was like, "All right, let's go." You know, and
Kyle was done too. This is so funny. Like to
3
go
years later,
right?
I really had
literally.
I had zero intentions of going out that weekend.
because I don't go out like that. Like back
you
home,
went out and got some babies.
Back home, I don't really club like that. Like
Yeah.
that's not even my thing.
All right, I have a question. So before you met Kyle, before all this, can you tell us about what was life like before any of this? Like work wise, dating wise, DC, living, what's that like for you?
So I retired playing ball that year. So I was like, I literally just came home. My season actually got cut short.
Where did you come home from?
Portugal.
Why'd you retire?
Well, I chose to retire once she told me she got pregnant because I know it was about to be wild, and you know what I'm saying?
Wild.
I think wild is an understatement.
So I was just like, so I literally just came from Portugal. Actually, I came home the beginning of February. I just came home. So I just finished playing for 8 years, and once I got injured and my team was it was on some bullshit, so I left them, and literally I was going to go back probably around September for the next season, but then once the baby came, I was like, I ain't going back until the situation gets settled. But that's as far as that is work. As far as relationship wise,
wait, sorry, just random question. I've always wondered, when you play basketball overseas, do you guys make good money?
You can. Some people do and some people don't.
I'm trying to think, like, is it like the NBA out here? Like,
it depends. It's not, you're not getting $50 million a year and stuff like that, but you can make definitely 6 figures, you know, in a good 100,000-200,000 a year, and it's only for 7 to 8 months.
Why do some NBA players go overseas after a while?
Because they can't play in the NBA no more, so that's like the next level. Yeah,
that's interesting.
Because a lot of people don't like going in other countries. You know, like it's not this. It's not like living here. Like it's you don't have the same luxury. You might be in like some countries I played in were nice and some weren't at all. You know what I'm saying? Some I played in Egypt. I played in Qatar, Dubai, which were nice, but other places sometimes my lights will go off for a whole day. You know what I'm saying?
If you had the opportunity to go back and play right now, and let's say the check was a 6-figure check, would you do it?
Hell yeah, I miss basketball every day.
Yeah.
Aww.
I'd be like, pack your shit, nigga, get the fuck out. It's time to go.
Send me a postcard.
Yeah.
Watch me pull up with the kids now.
It's time for you to go. No,
we moving kids.
No, I mean, that's doable though. My boy does that with his kids. His kids been with him to 6 different countries. They speak 3 languages. You know what I'm saying? So
damn,
that's my dream right there.
Goals.
Well, I guess
No, he said retired. Okay, so back to pre-Kyle, pre-baby life. What was dating like for you?
I actually literally just got a 6-year relationship. So
Sheesh. Damn.
yeah, so I wasn't really looking for.
You were looking for
How close was, like, you just got out like a week before?
November, and I met R in February.
Oh, that was pretty close.
that was early.
I broke up with my boyfriend on Valentine's Day. And then I met Mezies like 3 days later.
His face.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yikes.
Did
you know that?
I don't think so.
Are we learning things about each other?
I don't think so. I know it was close, but I didn't know it was that close.
I was emo girl.
Or maybe you told me
Okay,
that, I forgot.
Mez, the 6-year relationship woman, has she ever hit you up like, damn?
She hasn't spoken to me since.
Yeah, I would neither.
Did she want kids?
Did she want kids when you?
I don't know. I haven't talked to her.
You don't ever go scroll through the Instagram, or you blocked?
I don't.
Your friends don't tell you nothing?
Nah, from what I've heard, she moved to a different state, and she hates me very, very, very much.
Sis,
Bro,
if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I really had nothing to do with it though.
I'm sorry, okay? All right, so we got the relationship down. What else? Living situation.
Living, like, where was I? I was living. I mean,
Were you living by yourself, with your mama, with your brother?
I was living in DC, but I had a spot in DC. But like I said, I was playing overseas, so I was never really there. I was Airbnb-ing it most of the year, and I'll come home and then living it. But I actually live right down like U Street area. I don't know if you know where that is.
Yeah,
Like,
DC was one of my stomping grounds.
I love DC.
I lived in a nice little cool area.
Okay. So if someone asked you like what's your 3 funnest facts about yourself?
Funnest
Yes,
facts
funnest
about
facts about
myself?
yourself.
And nobody knows.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, if they don't know it, it's for a reason, though, right?
Come on, bro. If someone 3 fun facts. Someone is like, I need the 3 funnest facts about you. What are you gonna hit them with?
We like
3
transparency on this show.
funnest facts about me.
I like that question.
That's a good one.
I've only had 2 girlfriends in my whole life,
Wow.
Okay, the 6-year one.
and a high school girlfriend.
Okay.
Wow.
That is a fun fact.
That is a fun fact. Interesting.
But how many women have you slept with?
Oh, come on.
In how many countries?
Come on.
Okay. I answer that. I've almost been with a woman in every country that I played in except one.
In how many countries did you say you
What
played in?
country was that you
Libya.
did?
Libya ain't no action going down in Libya. That's a very, very strict Muslim country. Women can't come outside past 7. They can't do anything. So that country I was.
You stayed away from
He said practice got out at 7. So
All right, we need your 2 other fun facts.
That was 2.
Okay, that was 2. Okay,
One more,
I
one
tried to
more.
slide one in there.
Damn, what's another fun fact about? I'm really chill.
All right, random fact.
Oh, y'all know I wasn't born here. Y'all know, I don't know, man. Give me something. Give me.
You want to think about it?
Yeah.
All right.
we'll come back to that one.
I think that it's really cool that, we have this platform and that people can get to know you a little bit more because we talk about you.
Yeah.
We talk about all the baby daddies.
People really think they know our story.
I was laughing one time because they cut a segment of Kyle saying something and I posted it and I said, oh shit, Mez looked at my story. And I was like, Kyle.
Nah. People be sending me. People be sending me podcast stuff.
Because we be talking about you guys.
We talk about all. Let me put out a disclaimer. We talk about all of them, the good, bad, ugly, especially days that we're really not feeling y'all. We be having rants.
Yeah.
So I just want to say this is a very transparent place.
It's all love.
And that's what my point was. I'm happy that people can see that at the end of the day.
Look who's next to us.
Look what we're doing. Like
that's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool that we can get to know you, that we can laugh at things, we can look back. It is.
It's very
really is.
therapeutic.
Yeah. Before we keep going into when the babies came, I saw that you posted the other day about a podcast. Are you starting one?
Yes, and my boy Ron is in it. You know what I'm saying? The one that y'all was just talking about. Yeah, so our podcast is called Necessary Ignorance.
And what are you guys gonna talk
like
about?
that.
I like the name.
The same
really like
thing
the
probably
name.
y'all talk about, except the male
I'm
version.
tuning in.
I love
Because
that.
mind you, all of us, like my other partner is Tech. Has 2 baby girls. Ron has 2 dogs, and
I love those are kids. Hey.
and then my other boy got 2 sons. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, so you're starting like a dad podcast.
You know
It's
what I'm
talking
saying?
shit.
It's
I
kinda-
love that.
it's kinda, so we gonna talk about the same things when y'all get on our nerves. We
Yeah.
gonna talk about y'all. We just sports, whatever, politics, whatever, everything.
Politics, all of that.
Everything that comes to mind. What is usually honestly because a lot of my friends be like stressed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, this is a way of venting. You know what I'm saying? Get it out. You know, talk about it, and then other people could relate because there's a lot of dudes that go through the same situation that we going through.
And then
you know?
don't talk about
I
it.
agree. When the last time we had Zach on here, I think he was stressed out that day because he went on a full rant.
He was stressed out that
He
day.
went on a rant. I mean, it was me and you,
Yes,
right?
it was me.
Yes, he went on
got
a.
mad at
He got mad at us.
Cheyenne real fast.
Nah, he was mad at you too.
Wow, what are you mad at?
He got mad. He said, "I already answered those questions."
Yeah, he was.
I should already know.
He was not feeling us that day, but he went on this full rant, and I had to think about it later. And I was like, okay, I understood what he was saying, but at the time we were kind of fighting with each other, and I wasn't trying to listen to him. But what he was talking about was the opposite, was the other end of dealing with co-parenting, or when you have kids and you're not together, and how sometimes when the girl gets mad at the guy, they use the kid as a pawn. And that. Nigga, don't like that.
We talked about this yesterday in the car because
And let me finish my statement before I start an argument. Let me finish. And when Zach was talking about, he was so passionate because he's like, I talk to a lot of my guy friends who have kids, and I hate when I see that when they're arguing, they use the kids as pawns, and it's like, well, I'm mad at you, so you can't come pick them up. It's like that got nothing.
you and you can't talk to him or call him or whatever.
Right. And when Zach was talking, that wasn't our situation, but I could tell that the men need somewhere to talk.
To vent
We need
and
that.
to talk
I'm
about
telling
it.
you, we need that, man. So that's why I even tell them to listen to y'all podcast, listen to everybody's podcast.
Yeah.
'Cause then you learn from it. You know, you
Exactly.
want to hear y'all point of views as well,
Right.
but y'all should also listen to ours.
Yeah.
So when y'all are up and running,
Okay.
let us know.
As soon as I get back,
we could do a collab.
wait. So when after Mezies did the episode with us, as soon as he got home, he was like, "Yo, what's that machine called?" That you guys
Literally, I just bought.
I
bought
love
4
it.
mics.
Yes.
I bought one of these joints. You know what I'm saying? I just got.
That's
a mic
why you were
stand.
asking about, because when I got here and you were asking me about like our schedules and how it works out, and I'm like, hey, we
'Cause
just
hard.
We make it work.
We
we're
make
all
it
on
work.
different schedules, so it's hard.
it's
to get
hard,
everybody.
but you know, you guys will figure it out. We always do. I mean, you saw today Parker was throwing a freaking fit, but we make it work.
Yeah.
got
And
to.
sometimes
matter what.
we rotate it. Like there's
Yeah.
times where not all
All-
3 of
all-
us
yeah.
make
Yeah.
it.
Yes,
So we gonna-
yes,
To
yes.
learn, like that's
Boundaries.
okay too.
It's okay
Yeah.
if one of you are out, but
Right.
But all right, let me some people, and I'm not talking about y'all. I'm just actually more of my friends than anybody. Some are more like funnier, interesting than others. So
Yes.
it's like
Yeah.
it's harder to like. Sometimes you need at least one of them to be in it. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yes.
I don't want to seem messed up and be like, nah, let's not do it because so and so not here and we need him. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Everybody has different personalities and brings something different to the
Right.
table. So you don't always, as a listener, I don't always want to hear the funny person.
Right.
Sometimes I want to hear the personality that maybe is a little bit more mellow, but they have really good things to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
insight
Yes.
that they
Right.
bring.
because to be honest, people weren't used to me at the beginning of the podcast because they weren't used to me. They didn't know me.
Yeah.
So automatically everyone tuned me out.
Right.
And they're like, ew, her voice, or ew, this, like, and so like I had to learn to kind of shake off my like shyness
Right,
and come out of my shell.
Yeah.
Because those comments, they hurt my feelings, but at the same time, then I had to learn from it. Like, oh, okay, I can let loose.
Yeah.
And you also gotta know that there's a lot of people like you. You know what I'm saying? So even if you are shy or whatever the case may be, there's a lot of people that's like you that might want to hear your point of view.
Right. And that it's like now people really appreciate
They love
Shanan. And it's like, you know, they want to hear her insight because it's different from mine. It's different from Kyle's.
Everybody has a different.
We all have different experiences, different perspectives, different like responses.
So I love that you have with two boys, and then the 2-dog dad, and then
not the 2-dog dad.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean,
everybody got two or something. Everybody
but
got
it's
two.
cool because a lot of Mezies friends are parents. I feel like
that's awesome. I love
like
that.
the newest
the only thing is
parent in the group.
And your uncle, I see you post a lot of.
Yes, you are an
rugby.
uncle.
Oh yeah. That's my man. That's my little man.
Are you guys just feeling frustrated after getting rejected for credit card or personal loans? I've definitely been there. And before we start today's conversation, I want to thank Credit Karma for sponsoring this podcast. It happens way too often, and that's why Credit Karma is changing the way people find and apply for cards and loans. On Credit Karma, you can check out multiple loan offers side by side. Members who compare loan offers on Credit Karma save an average of 30% on interest rates. The best thing is that it's completely free and easy to sign up for Credit Karma account with no effect on your credit score, making it really simple to search for the right personal loan for you. They find loans that fit your needs. And when I needed to pay off my home renovations, and that was hard, trust me, but with Credit Karma, they made it incredibly easy and helpful for me along the way. The best thing is, Credit Karma will even show you your approval odds, so you can choose offers that you're more likely to get approved for and apply with way more confidence. And once you have a loan, Credit Karma can help you track your progress as you pay off your debt and even let you know if you can refinance and save. Credit Karma. Apply with confidence today. Ready to apply? Head over to creditkarma.com/loan offers to see personalized offers with your approval odds right now. Go to creditkarma.com/loan offers to find the loan for you. That's creditkarma.com/loan offers.
Okay, let's get back to the juicy part.
What's up?
So Kyle took the trip to DC, and what happened?
She got pregnant. That's what happened.
Kyle, I'm looking at you because
I had no intentions
our
of
parents
sleeping
have
with this
talked to
guy.
us so much
I know.
about protection and birth control and how the fuck did we get here. The first thing my dad told me when I told him I was pregnant with Ryder was, well, do you have AIDS?
You could have got AIDS.
You could have got AIDS. And I'm like, okay,
You could be
Dad.
dying right
like,
now.
How did we go all the way there, Dad? But it took me back, and I'm like, dang, like he really did talk my head off, and I'm still in the situation. Yeah. So, girl,
let me tell you this.
Nah, miss. Did you use protection?
You could have pulled it out.
Nah.
Okay, wait, hold on. We got two different stories.
We did. No, we
Someone
didn't.
said it broke, and
We didn't.
There was no it broke.
No, I'm just playing. No, we didn't.
This man put his penis in me.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Mez wasn't ready for that.
Know how it works.
Right,
But
Kyle.
yeah, no protection.
Was
No
there
protection.
ever a conversation of
I
like,
remember
hey,
saying
let's get a
I'm
plan B?
I'm not on birth control, and like there was a plan B conversation, but I think
She
we
don't
just
like 'em.
what?
I don't think she like them.
Bro, I would have popped that in like a candy.
She don't like him.
She said,
it was
they said it don't make you feel good, right?
No, that's birth control.
Oh,
not a
yeah,
plan
yeah,
B.
yeah.
Okay, these two. Now we see how y'all are 2 kids later.
That part. Literally, now we see.
That's what the conversation. It was birth control. More
Yeah.
than plan
No,
B.
More than, but what about the?
So what was the
Wait, hold on.
conversation, huh?
Well, first of all, I wasn't intending on having sex to the point where like I did not get waxed. Like,
But you had sex, clearly.
I was trying to do everything in my power because I'm like attracted to him. So I was like, let me do things. So
I
I'm like,
remember this.
let me like deter myself.
I remember you telling me
from
that.
like having sex with him, and it was like
He said, "Nah, bring that hairy ass over here."
I remember him being like,
African.
I'm
I'm
African.
African,
Yeah, that
yo.
was his thing. He's
care.
like, I'm African. It's different over here. And I was just like, oh, okay.
I like this.
And then she liked it. I remember she said She said, okay, you like me now? Hey, here I am.
Okay, so the next day after you guys did the do,
Well, the thing is-
was there a conversation of like, hey, like,
Well, even if there was, we kept having sex.
so you're saying even if you would have taken
So
the
y'all
plan
were
B, it was you guys were just, I'm confused. Do you guys not know that sex equals babies?
Yeah, but if you do it the right way, usually you
No.
don't.
No. No.
Usually,
No.
you don't.
If you do it the right way,
No.
Pull-out game?
What is this?
Is this you
No.
pulling out? What is this,
No.
Pulled out, y'all.
You guys have to watch the YouTube. If you do not watch our YouTube, you have to watch it because you guys need to see how this man is pulling out with his fingers.
I'm just saying, like,
That was
if
that
you do it
Italian
right,
side right
if
there.
you
It was
do it
like-
right,
So y'all didn't do it right.
You didn't do it right twice.
Twice.
nah,
Twice y'all didn't do it right.
I that's probably my fault.
Okay, question.
No,
Mez.
mine's
both y'all
we're
fault.
We are
Yeah,
both.
Kyle was probably holding the hips down. Anyway,
I'm crazy.
Y'all really need to watch because Med's face, he said.
yes, Mez, did your parents? And I know you're African, so culturally, I just want to know: did your parents talk to you about sex?
No, my mom. No, I never had any of those private talks with my mom. My mom is more. Once I got to college, my mom said, "Use a condom." That was the only.
Yeah,
that was the only
wasn't,
talk.
Don't talk.
Yeah, she never like no birds and the bees type stuff. Nah,
And no uncles.
nah.
Nobody
None of your
said.
My
None
brother,
of your
my brother and
brother.
cousins is the one taught me everything about like life.
Life, yeah.
Got it.
Friends, yeah.
So your brother's older, right?
Yeah.
And did he tell you about sex, or was it more like?
I mean, you know, siblings.
did you hit
is-
it, bro?
Siblings.
Yeah, siblings is not like it's not like a teaching point.
Yeah.
It's like you watch me do
It's
it,
like
and
I
I'm
got-
if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you what's up. But
Yeah.
yeah, he ain't never really had that talk like,
Got
bro.
it.
Don't do
we're-
this. Yeah.
Now that you're dad of two boys, do you think? And now that you're in this, okay.
Oh,
You said
we're
that.
Are you going?
We're having talks.
No, I'm not asking you, Kyle. I'm asking the man, the father.
The dad.
Are you gonna talk to your boys about sex?
100% for sure. See, like I feel like if I grew up with my dad, he probably would have had that talk with me. But
Yeah.
I didn't. So me having boys, I'm definitely gonna talk to my boys about that. For sure.
Yeah, I'm talking to my kids. Kyle, I'm still talking to you.
I'm the wild card, y'all.
You say, I'm still talking to you.
Okay, so you guys did it in DC. When you left DC, was there any feeling like I'm walking away with the baby, or did you just leave skipping? You just left in happy land, happy hairy land.
I
I don't. There was no thought of like.
Yeah, not at all. Because I
I'm
remember I actually
pregnant.
came back for Ryder's birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
You know what I'm
He was
saying?
here in April, the beginning of
And that's when I found
Oh,
out she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Right.
And
After
how
the
did you
party.
feel? How did you feel when you picked?
How did she tell you?
Right.
I don't even know.
I think you just said I'm late, and I think you said I'm late, and I might be pregnant. I was like, all right, you know what we gonna do?
What were you gonna do? Yeah.
And then,
What were your thoughts?
I mean,
Were you not ready at the time?
I don't think you're ever really ready. You know.
No.
You know, even if you think you are, you really, and when that moment comes, you're never really ready. But
Even if you have one and then there's another
You're
one,
never ready.
You're never.
yeah. So I mean, I think scared, nervous, anxious, all that. You know, like I said, like my life, I literally just finished playing ball.
Yeah.
Finished playing ball. So
You're trying to come
just
down
got a
from
relationship.
everything.
I'm trying to figure my life out. You know, so that happened. Yeah, that was a lot.
All because this man came to LA for his 30th birthday for the first time.
So
Changed my life.
Right. LA changed your life. The
I
first time
remember when
came.
you were out here for Ryder's birthday. That was her first birthday party, and I
Went
do
to
remember.
your dad's old house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? You were there?
Yeah.
He was at
I was
Ryder's.
in the pictures. Look at the pictures.
I have
I'm
pictures.
He was
I can show you.
I was in there.
Damn. Was
Yeah.
I not introduced? I was there.
Nah, we probably because I was introduced to everybody.
You kind of looked a little shell shocked walking around.
I think Mezies was like.
I did
really
meet you.
overwhelmed.
I think you were overwhelmed.
It was a lot. The
So,
birthday party was a lot.
Everybody
I
was
met
calling
you.
me the African prince and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, like your mom's friends, Sabrina and them. It was like, this the African princess. And I was like, what is going on here?
What is going on?
What is going on here?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Ryder's first birthday was like a freaking carnival block party.
It was.
It was crazy.
There were like 200 people. There was a DJ.
huge.
There was food. There were
Open
games.
bar.
Open bar. There was this random guy who hit up one of his friends like, "Hey, is there if anything going on today?" and that person sent him to Ryder's birthday party. And the guy showed up not knowing he was at a 1-year-old's party.
Until we started singing Happy Birthday.
Yeah, until we started singing Happy Birthday. He was like, yo, there was an open bar with real alcohol. Like,
That joint was
good
crazy.
alcohol.
Yeah.
There was a pony. Like,
It was a lot.
there was a lot going on.
Especially for, what was she turning 3?
One.
No, one. That was her first
That was her
birthday.
first
Oh, yeah,
birthday.
that was her first
Yeah.
birthday. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, all this for a 1-year-old. I'm like,
I think Mezies, we scared Mezies, and he was like,
it was
wait.
just different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't grew up like seeing stuff like that.
So that
That was the first introduction he had to my life.
Yeah, it was a lot.
okay.
And if that was the first
I
introduction
would've
to like
probably,
family life, everything going on, I would be a little like, what the hell's going on?
Overwhelmed.
I
Yeah.
would definitely
It was
be
cool. It's just
overwhelmed.
different though. You know, it was just way different.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
We don't ever have parties like I think now, honestly, since y'all came around, my mom be wanted to do like more parties. And
Yeah.
stuff, you know?
Interesting. Yeah.
I like
My
that.
mom never really now every time, "Hey, let's get together and do something." I'm like, we never did
Yay.
this before.
No, don't fight it. Be
I
like,
don't. I enjoy like my
embrace
mom.
it.
Our parents are getting older, so I try to spend as much time with them. I don't have a dad, so I embrace my mom as much as possible. It's just
I love
odd
that, yeah.
because she never did this before. You know.
good. I
She's
like
a
that.
grandma now.
Yeah, I was
Grandma
just gonna
life
ask.
changes
Do you think like
Yeah, she just
Since
want
the
all the babies
kids,
around.
yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Okay, so you got pregnant. You guys were. Mez was in shock. Kyle was in, I think I'm late land. And let's fast forward.
Mm-hmm.
You went through your pregnancy, right?
Yes.
And then I'm like, you're looking at me confused. I'm like, oh, you had a
No,
pregnancy.
she just wonder what you about to say.
Right. I'm like,
Where are you going with this?
Right.
I'm just trying to get the timeline together.
Oh yeah. So
And then you started, from my perspective, you started, once you had Boz, you started going back and forth to DC.
So
a
I
lot.
had Boz in December, and then Mezies' birthday is Valentine's Day, is February 14th, and then he was like, you know, I want Boz to come meet my family, and I was like, okay, I do too.
and
Like,
when was this? What
that was in
age he?
February. So
December.
when Boz
So
was 3 months,
Yeah.
3 months.
we went out to DC, and
Oh,
my
bro.
mom and Cheyenne
Oh, yeah, that
and
whole crew
Dave,
came.
We all came. Okay, wait.
They were like-
we skipped.
Yes.
Because I feel like a lot of people are gonna ask, how did we go from you guys hitting it off, really liking each other, having the baby, and then we're clearly not in a relationship?
So, well, we were in different states. We didn't know each other.
Right.
Like, we were literally strangers to each other.
Did you guys ever butt heads during the pregnancy?
Yes. And there were like periods of time where like we didn't communicate. There was no speaking. So like a majority of my pregnancy, I did on my own. And that was really rough. That's not how I ever imagined pregnancy. Like, you know, there were times where we really disagreed because Mezies, he didn't tell his mom. He didn't want to tell his mom for a while, and it was,
Bro, we gotta tell that story.
that was like an issue.
Yeah,
to
I
me.
was terrified to tell my mom. My mom
And-
was old
no,
school.
we gotta
No.
tell the story about me DMing your brother.
Oh,
Cheyenne,
yeah.
y'all.
I forgot about that.
Cheyenne
I didn't. I still got the DM.
Sure?
Yes.
Cheyenne DM Mezies' brother. Chi.
No, you gotta go back. You gotta go back.
Oh, we were in.
We were in
DC, and that's the other thing. Oh yeah.
You
Okay, wait.
saying?
You don't know?
I forgot.
It was like your brother got my sister pregnant.
Yeah,
Like,
I was like, your family needs to know or something. No, but you guys have to understand. I had just gone through it
yeah.
with Ryder, with my pregnancy. I just gone through it alone. There was nobody, and that was what I was kind of upset with Kyle, because I'm like, you just saw how hard this was for me. Why would you go?
Yeah.
Why would you put yourself
In the same kind of like
situation.
position. Can
In
you
the-
give me a cup of water?
in the same position? I'm like, are you crazy? But the difference was she had somebody to go
Talk
back
to.
and forth with and talk to. I didn't have nobody to go back and forth with. So I was like kind of mad at her for a while. And then I had to get over being mad at her and be on her side and defend her. And I was also in a really bad place. So I didn't even know how to properly do that.
Yeah.
Probably
So-
be there for her.
Right. So I feel like I
was a lot
kind
of
of took a
emotions.
lot of my anger in my own situation out on whoever would hear.
Yeah.
So when there was one night, Kyle was like,
We were in DC.
we were filming.
And then we were up in Baltimore.
Yes.
I remember this.
Kyle was crying. She was
God.
upset. And she had made it known that Mez had not told his family yet. And I did my research. Y'all, I found the man's brother. I hit up his
Instagram.
brother on Instagram and was like, just letting you know, there's a baby coming. And he read my DM, but I don't think he responded back.
And let me tell you,
Probably like this
He
crazy.
told me. I said, bro, don't worry about her. I said, just ignore her, bro.
Bro, I had
hate
Twitter
it.
fingers that night. That
Wait,
night I was like, I'm going to let them
so
all know.
mad. But it's funny because that story came back because there was one time when I think it was in that February trip, I went to brunch with his brother's girlfriend and Golden with your cousin, and Nana was telling me like, yo, I was there when Chidi got the message. And I was like,
Chidi, your ass didn't respond to me.
no, but he said he opened it and he handed it to Nana like, I don't know who this is. I don't know what's going on, but like, you read it.
I think eventually he did respond later. And he said something along the lines of like, we're going to figure it out or we're going to talk or something. Like, he eventually responded. And in all transparency, I love Chidi. Chidi and I get along very well.
He's silly. He love y'all. He always talk about
So there's
like
no
Chidi a
hard
lot.
feelings, but I did have thunder thumbs that night.
Thunder thumbs.
And I hit up his brother. Ma, weren't you there?
She said, Mom, I'm going for it.
I said, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Mom was screaming at me. Kyle was screaming at me. I'm like, I don't care. My sister. And, you know, you can just go on like protective mode. But
Oh, another thing is we do have one of Cheyenne's like really good friends from college. Mezies knows from home.
oh yeah,
And
Alex.
Oh, yeah.
she was like, oh yeah, Mezies is cool. And then it was like, fuck Mezies. Like, how dare you, Alex, like ever say he
Yeah, I
was
was
cool.
mad
It was
at her.
crazy. It got real crazy, y'all.
But
It got crazy.
I think I feel like a lot of people were confused
This was all while you were pregnant.
while you were
Yes, while I
pregnant.
was pregnant.
How like what was going on and stuff. But shit happens. All right.
Yeah. So fast forward, eventually
Eventually, we
The trip to DC, I feel like, was a change.
Yeah. So for me, it was really scary because I was the girl who showed up at the doorstep with a baby.
Baby,
Yeah, to an African household. So for me growing up, like Africans, it's like they don't play, like
And you said your mom is traditional.
yeah, very, very.
I was
So she
terrified
It
wanted
was hard for me to tell her that I'm about to have a baby
with this
with a girl that I'm not with,
Right.
that lives across the country.
Right.
Oh yeah, and she's American, by the way. Mom was like,
And she's coming over next week.
and like, oh yeah,
And she's
and they
bringing
like,
the
and then like the
baby and her
baby
entire
is due
family.
like in 9 months from now. He's already here. He was born like last week or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But actually, no, I told her.
You told her before.
No, I told her. Yeah, I told because she didn't talk to me for a month. I told her a month before because she didn't talk to me until Boz was born, and yeah, that's when once she saw his pictures, it like
It goes out the window.
goes out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't talk to me for a month, and I talked to my mom every day. You know what I'm
Have
saying?
you guys talked about it since, like the whole situation,
No.
or do you guys kind of just brush it over?
No, you talking about like the first situation?
Yeah,
No, my mom, no.
you kind of
My
just.
mom
brush.
doesn't really talk about her feelings too much. She's
Do you think you get that from your mom?
probably yeah.
Yeah. Damn, Kyle about to break your neck saying yes.
No, in like the time that I was coming to DC, like I would go to her house and I would spend time with her, and I learned a lot about Mezies from the time that I spent with his mom, just in like the way that he responds to things, or the way he acts, or the way he thinks, or like I was able to make that correlation and be like, oh, this is the person you learned from. This is the person who raised you.
Yeah.
So I was able to see like similarities or patterns. So
Yep.
yeah.
So that
I'm
trip
not trying to break my
to
neck. I
DC,
agree.
that first trip when you brought Boz back to meet his family and stuff.
So it was a beautiful trip. I came with my tribe because, I was the girl showing up at the doorstep, but I have family.
Y'all came
We wanted them
We
to
wanted
know.
to know that, like,
Y'all came
I'm not just like some random, like, we wanted
them to know that she
there's
had a
support.
family.
I have family. Yeah, like this is
Nah, that was
there's
actually
love
kinda cool.
here. And it was really nice. We had a party at his mom's house.
Oh my God, I remember the party.
Ryder was dancing for hours,
right.
and his mom loves to dance. So it was like I have videos from that
Aw,
day
I
with
love
his
that.
mom and Ryder dancing.
Who did the speech?
My
Uncle Tony.
Yeah, bro. Okay,
What
I'm
was the
gonna
speech?
sound so bad right now, but we talked about this speech for months
Why?
because I felt like I was in the freaking Lion King,
Yes.
and we were holding
Yes.
up the baby
baby.
prince, and he kept on referring to Mezies the king.
Yes.
And I'm like, what African flick are we in right
need
now?
He was like, we need to lift up our.
We have to lift up the king and the
king.
prince. I was like, oh shit, she is a prince.
My last name means son of a king, though.
Okay.
So
I thought-
mean, he still would have said it no matter.
Yeah.
what. But that's what my uncle do, though. He speaks at every party. He's the
Yes.
spokesman to everything.
Oh, I
Yes.
watched him that whole party. He never got up out of his seat.
He was served.
He was served the whole
Yes.
time, and then the second he got up, it was like everybody was quiet. I was
Bullshit.
like, "Oh, okay."
Bullshit.
Mom and I kept tapping each other, like, "Is he gonna move? What's he gonna do?" Everybody
don't.
kept going to him,
He
making
don't
sure
move
he
'cause
was
he got a
good.
bad back. He just looked cool just standing there, though. But he got a bad back, though.
Nah, he was. I sound so bad saying that, but it was like Lion King.
It was really
moment.
like, it was cool to me.
it
It
was
was
alright.
fun. We had Nigerian food.
Yeah, no, it was
like,
good.
We were
I
happy.
want
and
to
it
come
was-
one time.
It was
Sounds fun.
oh, even previous to that. So one of Mezies' cousins, Golden and
Who, Crystal? Oh, Chioma.
Chioma, yeah. Golden and Chioma, they were out here in LA and they were like, I got a message like, hey, like we're Mezies' cousins. Like, is it okay if we come visit the baby?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And at first I was like, okay. And I was like, they came and they were so sweet and they were so nice. And it honestly made me feel so much better about going to DC because I was really nervous and I was really scared. And I was like, the only person I know is this man who I don't know or haven't really spoken with. And the brother who my sister sent a message to. And I was I was really scared. So when I met them, it really helped like just make me feel better about the situation that I was coming into because they were so sweet. They bought clothes for the baby and they were very loving, and it made me feel like, you know, no matter what comes out of this situation, like there is love. There is love. Okay, hold on. My kid needs to go to the bathroom. And let's take a quick break.
Let's talk about hormones and fertility. Did you guys know as many as 5 million women in the US have PCOS and 50 to 75% are unsure that they have it? With an at-home PCOS test, you can measure key hormones that help control essential functions, including your menstrual cycle, ovulation, weight, and metabolism. Knowing your levels may help to explain symptoms like fertility issues. Thanks to our sponsor, Let's Get Checked, we got you guys covered. Let's Get Checked is an at-home testing company that makes it easy and confidential to check your hormone levels from the comfort of your home without the awkwardness or uneasiness of visiting a clinic. And here's how it works. You simply go to their website, order a test kit, and it arrives at your door in a small, discreet package. You do a small finger prick and send the sample back to their lab with a prepaid shipping label. In 2 to 5 days, you'll get your results, and the Let's Get Checked nurse will be available to discuss your results with you. Once your results are available, they'll be reviewed by a physician and released onto your online dashboard. If your results are outside the normal ranges, a member of Let's Get Checked nursing team will contact you to discuss your lab report. I like to use Let's Get Checked because it helps me understand my body a lot more. Let's Get Checked laboratories are CLIA approved, which are the highest ranking level of accreditation. The company has performed over 2 million at-home tests. They keep your information and results confidential. And even better, our listeners will get 30% off their entire order with Loud. Just visit letsgetchecked.com and enter the code LOUD, that's LOUD, at checkout.
From forgotten free trials to automatic renewals, when big companies keep charging you, Truebill is your secret weapon to save your money on subscriptions you don't need anymore. Truebill is the new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, Truebill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap. And your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions so you don't have to. Stay on top of your spending with Truebill. Get an effortless breakdown of your finances to see where your money is going and how to improve. Truebill will notify you of important events that need your attention so you'll never get caught off guard again. I love Truebill because it lets me know when payments are coming up. Like, I just had to cancel something that I thought I canceled, but it's still there. Thank you, Truebill, for making this experience so much easier. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at Truebill.com/think. Go right now, Truebill.com/think. It could save you thousands a year. Truebill.com/think.
Or not even feel better, but just that initial first
trip.
time going, yeah. And it turned out to be a really successful trip. Like Mezies
And we're
was
back.
Let them know, Shanan.
I mean, we forgot. Totally
We
forgot.
really forgot. But yeah, so that first trip to DC turned out to be like a really, I would say, successful trip. It was really good. The families were able to meet, and we were able to feel like there was a lot of love on,
Both sides.
on both sides.
Okay, so after that initial trip, is that what kind of sparked you to be okay to go back and forth? Or what was like, from what I remember, you were taking a lot of trips to DC. What was that about? Like, were you trying to get to know Mez?
Sorry, I just had a space moment.
Okay, I'm like, literally, are you okay?
I was like, what are we talking about? No, so then it was like, who is this person I had a child with? I wanted to learn that. And also I saw the importance of like their Nigerian culture within their family. And to me, it's as a Black American and there being a disconnect of what our culture is related to Africa. Like I want them to know who they are, and I want them to have something to
know that respect and
be connected to. And it's hard when, like, as a Black American, like, we are the culture, but it's like, what is our culture at the same time? Whereas Cheyenne just looked like, what in the world did she just say?
No, I get it. I was just trying to think about what the hell our culture is.
Yeah, like, what is
really
it?
have
It's confusing when it's like we control the culture, or we are the culture, we represent the culture, but it's like at the same time, it's
what is that?
What is that culture? So
You don't think you have a culture?
I think we have traditions.
yes, I think within our family we have traditions, but it's like it's
as
not like a standard set traditions.
as an African American,
And Black
definitely
Americans
have culture though.
No, I'm not saying we don't have culture. It's just not as definitive, I would say. I don't know.
Mez, you kind of have both worlds.
What would you say?
What do you think?
I mean, to me personally, when I think of American culture, and I think everybody got ups and downs. I think American culture is more. I'm trying to think of the best way to say it without sounding bad.
You
Just say it.
do you think
say
we're
it.
I
laid
just feel
back?
like-
We're not.
I just feel like it's
appreciative?
not even. I just feel like American
Damn,
culture.
Shannon, do you?
No, I feel like American culture, and this is just one of the aspects of the culture as part of family. I feel like American cultures, you guys don't stick together as much as other cultures, Asians, Africans, Europeans.
That's fair to
I
say.
think American cultures is very, you guys like, the divorce rate is super, super high.
Yeah.
Most cultures, like you'll see African, Asian parents, like I only say those two because I know two of my friends that their parents don't even sleep in the same floors. You know what I'm saying? My man's dad sleep upstairs, the mom sleep
He
downstairs.
said not
but
the same bed, not the
even
same.
floor,
Yeah.
you know
room,
what I'm
the
saying?
same-
But
And they're
they
still in the
together,
same
you know what I'm
house,
saying?
yeah.
Because they just believe in family. You know, once you win it, you win it. Well, I realized in American cultures, that's why there's a lot of single
mothers.
single mothers, and I feel like
Single
that
fathers.
brings up a lot of kids that are very strong and also very individuals, but also got the mentality that where I don't need nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom did it by herself, so I can do it by myself. She told me that I can do it by myself. So then when they get in a relationship, it's more like the minute something goes wrong, I don't need you. I go find somebody else. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I
Well,
see that.
in most cultures, they're used to sticking together no matter what. It's not always good, but that's just the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that.
But that's just one aspect.
So do you like hearing Kyle's perspective now as far as like her wanting to go back and forth to learn more about you and your family and your culture? Like,
And then it was also just the way we were raised. you know, we were raised within a 2-parent home, like, and that's all I knew was 2-parent homes. So
wanted to make sure
I wanted
Boz had a
to give
2-parent,
my child that opportunity to have a 2-parent home. Like,
Right. So my question was like, and for lack of better words, do you appreciate the effort, or were you kind of like you're pushing it? Like, what was your stance on it? How did you feel?
I loved it. I love the fact that she came through. Like that's love. Like I got to see my family. My kids got to see my family. So I loved it. You know, I appreciate every moment of it.
Did you appreciate her coming back and forth?
Yeah. I thought it was dope.
At any time when she was coming back and forth, were you guys ever like, okay, let's try to work it out, or how was that process?
I think that happened towards late, because my big thing
it was never a conversation.
Yeah, my big thing was more like, we have a kid now, but us two still don't really know each other to the aspect. So I liked her keep coming back because I wanted to hang out with her more. You know what I'm saying? I want us to, like, whether it's all some friendship, some relationship, whatever, we just need to hang out.
At what point, Mez, do you think that, like, what sparked in you, or, because you said, like, it wasn't up until, like, further down the line that you were like, okay, maybe we should try to work it out.
I mean,
what made you want to try?
I mean, I think it was the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, why not try it? Like, we're going to be dealing with each other for a long time. Might as well try, you know? I mean, she's a good person. She's a good mom. I'm attracted to her, so why not? So I just feel like it was a lot of different obstacles that didn't allow it to work. But, you know, my family was pushing it. And like I said, I feel like it was the right thing to do. I wish my mom and dad tried harder to be together, you know, for my kids. So why would not try?
Do you think that, from your side, do you think that you gave it a valid effort? I don't know if that's like the right way of asking it.
I mean, I think I tried my hardest for the situation that we got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very tough being in a different state, you know, different time zone, different everything, and then with a kid and work and all that stuff to try to figure it all out. It was definitely tough. So but I think I definitely tried.
Kyle, what do you think? Do you think you tried?
Yeah, I know I tried.
Let's go back. Like, answer the same question.
I feel like we both tried.
What made you decide you wanted to try?
Well, I'm attracted to Mezies, and just being out there, like, and spending time with him, there were certain things that I got to learn about him where I was like, oh, I actually like this man. Like, it wasn't just a physical attraction, but it's like, you know, I like the way he thinks about things. Yeah, I like what he had to offer. And it's, there's certain qualities that I know I don't have that he does have. And I was like, you know, just in terms of balancing life, or like being able to learn from someone. At the same time, I'm sorry, Nana is walking through with a pan full of food and a knife.
She put the knife down so
what
slow.
is going on? I wish y'all could see this. It was if there were, like, at the time, like, if there were certain things that I wanted in a man, I was learning what those things were.
So in the midst of you guys trying, is that how we got number 2?
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
I also think, like,
I think it was on my birthday too again, right? Yeah.
Bro. Kyle,
you and your birthday.
Start buying this man a gift and stop giving him babies.
I did buy a gift.
Oh, Lord.
Is it the gift I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's how we got here.
No, we never even used it.
No.
I was so sad. So
why do I know? What are y'all talking about?
So as I'm learning about Mezies, I was like, you know, what's your fantasy in life? Like, what's one of your fantasies?
You're gonna put him out there like that?
No, I want to know what y'all talking about.
And he was like, I have this like massage fantasy.
Oh,
like,
the glory hole joint?
Yeah, so I went and found a massage table with a glory hole. Bro. And I was so excited.
She's actually really sad she's never used it.
And I was like, oh, like, let me show this guy. Like,
bro, she sent it to me and Zach, like, look what I got. Zach was like, why aren't you like your sister?
And I was so excited. I was like, I want to do something special. And like, we had never spent done any birthdays together. Like, there were no holidays together. And it was the first time I was, we were doing something for his birthday together. So I was like,
you're ready to use that thing.
Yeah, I was like, if I'm gonna get you a gift, like, I want you to know that like I'm listening to like things that you're saying.
So what happened? You guys just didn't make it to the table?
No, we planned a whole birthday party for this man, and
So I feel like as a listener, I would hear you guys talk right now, and I would be like, why aren't you guys together?
I mean, I think it's more complicated than what the surface show.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to relationship, it's not always like what it seems. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's also like,
there's other
we were talking about
pieces.
it yesterday. There is times where it's like, there were times where Mezies would be like, oh, this is what I want to do. And it's, okay, you have to understand, we come from different backgrounds. Like, Mezies I come from a very entrepreneurial background or family. So it's like, we can think of a business idea and throw it together in a week and be like, okay, this is what we're doing. Whereas Mezies, that's not his experience or exposure. So it's he's like, I can't always bet on these ideas or this idea.
You want to see something happen. You want to see the action.
Yeah. Where I'm like, no, it takes time to build a business. There are certain steps that you have to take. So he would say things like, oh, I want to do this. And I'd be like, cool, let me go research it and be like, oh, here are all these options. Yeah. And it's like,
but that also could be very overwhelming.
And I understand that. And there were times where like he wouldn't follow up, or he just wouldn't say anything, or he would just kind of like look at me blank face. So I was like, I felt like I was.
Did you have to learn from that for yourself?
I did. No, I'm just chilling. It's like he would put it out there, I would follow up on it, and then like we're talking about it, and it would just kind of be like, what?
I mean, to me, I just feel like talking about it didn't really. I think a lot of people talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying just her. I'm just saying like in general.
In general.
Like, even in sports, like I've had so many agents tell me, look, I'm going to work on this deal for you, this deal. All right, I hear you, you know what I'm saying? But what are we doing to actually making it happen? And anybody can tell you that I got to connect there, and there.
But it wasn't just a matter of connects. It's like, here are the steps to do it. Like, if you want to start a business, here's the business stuff. So there were a lot of issues there for me where I would get frustrated.
Right.
And it would kind of...
Kyle, do you think that you get your feelings hurt easy?
I got my feelings hurt easy with Mezies because I liked him in that sense. And I didn't even realize how much I liked him in that sense until it was like my feelings were hurt. And I've kind of been a person who didn't always put my feelings first or like acknowledge my feelings. But this was like the first time that I was in a space where I was like, oh shit, this is how I feel. And I'm understanding this is how I feel, and it actually affects me.
Yeah.
And
Mez, do you think you get your feelings hurt easy?
Nah.
So are you kind of like more unbothered by things?
Yeah.
Yes.
But can that come off as like an attitude?
Yeah. It comes off as nonsense. It comes off as if I don't care.
Yeah. It was very like, it would feel very cold and like, say if like we had an issue, there was like a few times where like for me, if we have an issue, like we need to resolve it that night. Like we're not going to sleep without it being resolved. And there were times where it's like he was okay. From my perspective, he was okay with like, this man would be sleeping like a baby, snoring, knocked out without a care in the world as I'm sitting there like, this isn't right.
Yeah.
This isn't right. Like, what am I doing here when this person is letting me know they don't care about my feelings?
I think that's where relationships come in, because some people, like you guys both have mentioned during this time, like you guys both have different backgrounds. You guys have both seen different situations. And I think in all relationships, we have to learn from all of that, you know. It's hard sometimes when the other person is not relating to you or like giving off what you need them to give off at that moment.
I agree.
Yeah.
So it's hard. That I can
comes
understand
with time though.
Yeah.
And that's what you
guys have to really learn each other.
Yeah.
And I think
So wait, Mez, I heard you say sorry to cut you off, but in the beginning, I heard you say like you didn't know each other. Right now, do you guys think that you know each other?
I think we know each other to a certain extent, but I don't think we know each other in a relationship status. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's different.
We're still
like,
getting to know each other as friends,
and you, but
you know?
I don't know. Like, a relationship is different, and I know it's different. So, again, like even when we did try, I feel like this is my opinion. I feel like everything is good when it's good, but when it's not, it's like the worst.
And it's the worst,
and it's like, I feel like we got to get past through that worst before we can go move on. But I feel like every time we get to that worst, we end it.
Everything just shuts off.
All over.
And that's I feel like that's when the real test
and that's when you guys have to put in every relationship, you have to either choose to push through
quit.
Yeah. But there was also moments of frustration where Mezies he would always tell my family, well, I don't know her. So I'd be like, so try and get to know me. Yeah. Like, and I would ask him questions, but it's like it wasn't reciprocated.
Do you think it was like to get to know you?
If you talk to me, I'm an open book. Like, I won't shut up. Like, you know, it's one of those things where, like, if you engage with me, like, oh, let's talk. Yeah. And so I was trying to figure out different ways to, like, how do I communicate with this person who I'm still learning how to communicate? And I learned, like, okay, I can't just, like, ask questions or sit there. So it'd be like, you know, I would buy games, like, oh, hey, let's play this game. This man be like, sure, let's play it. Didn't play it. Like, so it was like, I felt like I was trying to,
but is that, I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but does that come off a little forced?
It's not like I was always like, hey.
Yeah.
Like,
how did you feel about that?
Every now and then, and I never like was like, no, let's sit here and do this. Yeah. It would just be like, hey, here's an option. You know?
I feel like you get to know from my thing is, I feel like you get to know somebody with time. Yeah. And with situations. Yeah. Like time and situations to me really show true colors and show how you handle certain conflicts and how you handle your highs, how you handle your lows. But kind of like you said, when it's bad, we just say, all right, fuck it. We're never gonna get anywhere.
Never gonna get past
right.
That.
If you keep saying fuck it, or if you keep saying fuck it and you keep saying like, or getting mad at each other or like, oh, I don't like this part of you, so I'm gonna hold that against you. Yeah. And keep that. If you keep that part you don't like about somebody, then you're never gonna like them.
Yeah. I agree with that.
If you're saying that when it's good, is it good?
Yeah, well,
it's very
I think when it's good, but I feel like during the time that we was trying, when things weren't going the way it wanted to go.
And when we tried, it was
hold on.
It was like the first 3 months of this year.
Let the man talk.
Sorry, I'm listening.
Dang, I don't want to be in a relationship with you right now. Over here, cutting me off and shit. No, cutting.
Fuck you, bitch.
They're gonna be like, oh my God, they're arguing.
The thing is that we talked about this yesterday because we had a long, hour ride.
I keep hearing about this talk. I wish I was a fly on the wall.
We were just talking. I was good. Because I was like even in the talk, we're good when we're, especially in person, we're cool. You know what I'm saying? Because now she can't hang up on me. She can't do none of that.
Kyle.
But on the phone, if she hears something that she don't want to hear, she gets frustrated. She hangs up, and then it's like she don't want to text back.
What do you do when you hear something you don't want to hear?
I don't do anything.
He does nothing. He doesn't talk. He does nothing.
That's how you really feel, Kyle.
I think I'm actually great at constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? I think so.
Y'all, if I could hit this man with a mic head right now, I would.
There's every time when you, your mom, Dave, your dad,
not to me, but that's me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to.
I don't think it's every time when anybody told me about myself and I got defensive. I got an attitude. I got anything. All I'm gonna do is tell you my part and how I came up with the concept that I came up with.
And I agree.
Yeah, I agree because I will say every time Mez is here, we have really good talks.
Yeah.
I feel like away from Kyle, we have good talks, and some of them are just like carefree, and some of them are like deep ass talks, and and some of them, I'm coming for blood, but not in a disrespectful way. In my head, I'm not, but I do think that you've never been like, I'm not talking about this with you, or like
brushing you off.
Yeah, brushing me off. Like it was always like you were always very receptive in the conversation and very open to having the conversation. So I agree. From me, I don't know how it is between y'all.
No, I agree with that because it's even times where like I'll be like, hey, you know what? I don't like when XYZ happens, or I don't like how let's talk about it. And there'd be times where you might be like, whatever, like not literally saying whatever, but kind of give me that like very kind of cold persona at the time, but I would see the change. Yeah. So I think that was part of like confusion for me. It's like, the way he would act or react in some certain situations, it was like, are you listening? Do you care?
It's
like,
not the reaction you wanted.
It wasn't necessarily the reaction that I wanted, because it's
You
not
just
like
wanted any reaction.
It's not even that I want a reaction. It's just, I want to know that you're engaged.
You want a response.
Or you're engaging with this. Yeah. So it's like, he may not say anything. And this is something that I had to learn to accept as a part of like who he is. And it was knowing that just because he may not blink doesn't mean he's not there. And it's like, I may see a change or a difference in like response or action, a week later, a month later, but it's like, okay, you know what? He did hear what I said. And I think that was part of the reason why I was okay with the idea of keep going back, because it was like, okay, you know what, like we're learning each other, but it's as you're learning someone and you're learning about yourself in a new space, I was able to see, okay, I'm willing to bend here, change here, grow here. Oh, he's willing to bend here, grow here, change here. So it was like you said, when we were good, like
it was good.
We were good, but it's when it gets bad, we're still learning how to communicate with each other.
You have to learn how to fight.
Yeah,
exactly.
You have to learn how to, and that's something that Zach and I are going through. We're learning how to, and we've been going through forever. We have to learn how to argue, how to not go below the belt, how to not go to sleep mad, how to not say you get out because we both live here. Right. But it's a process. So present day right now, how are you guys?
I think we're good.
I think we're cool.
We have moments where it's like, I'm sure we both want to like, choke each other out, cuss each other out under each other's breath, but
and I think that's more,
and that's
because
normal.
I think it's
and that's
more
the
because
distance.
of the distance.
Yeah.
Do you think the distance sometimes makes a strain on the co-parenting?
Of course, the distance definitely makes it hard. Just because it's like there are things that we may disagree on, but I'm like, damn, if like we were having this conversation in person, it would be
fine.
Way different.
That's do you get frustrated that you're away from the boys?
Different. And then I think that in itself adds another layer of frustration.
Do you think do you take any of that frustration out on her in your own way?
When you can't see the boys?
No.
I feel like every time I see you on FaceTime, you're just hella chill.
That's me. I be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try not to take any frustration. That's a lot of times, like, even when she say I don't answer or stay quiet, because before, like, as younger me, I was very emotional. I was always angry, getting fights and all that. So
very rah.
Yeah, so I had to learn to
be chill,
to grow up. You know what I'm saying? So, but my best way is to literally not say nothing, chill, think about it, process it, and then come up with a solution later. But I'm not gonna just give you everything I got, because at that moment I'm probably not thinking right. You know what I'm saying?
You're probably not going to say the right things to her.
Right. So I'd rather just not say nothing, but that comes off as nonchalant.
You don't care.
As I don't care, and that's not the case. But that's my best way of coping, because if not, I'm gonna say something aggressive, something that I'm probably not gonna mean later. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe I should work on that.
But it takes
I've been saying everything that comes out my
mind. The conversation
you guys
we
are
had.
co-parenting right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're learning how to co-parent in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And transitioning with 2 children, it's hard. And I know, like earlier, we were talking about how Zach got passionate, talking about how girls use the children as pawns. It's been even harder for me now to do calls, because I'm balancing 2 kids, and they're in 2 different age groups. And it's like my schedule is really weird right now, and I'm working, and it's difficult, because when Mezies is here, I kind of put things on pause to do family stuff. So I think he has an idea of what my day may look like or what I'm doing, but it's when he's not here, it's completely different. And there's times where I literally, where is my phone? I don't know where my cell phone is, or I'm dealing with Boz. I'm now dealing with a newborn, and I'm not trying to not talk to you. I'm not trying to block you from your kids. Like, bro, I was putting the effort. I was coming out there. I was willing to uproot like my entire life and figure this out. I'm not trying to, I don't want to play a game with you, because at the end of the day, we have these 2. I know. I'm not trying to play this game with you, because it's like at the end of the day, Shut up, y'all. We have these two beautiful children. Stop, Shannon.
It's all right. I love you. I love you so much.
We have these two beautiful children who we both really love, and we want the best for them. So it's,
and I think that we all want that for you guys.
Yeah, no, I definitely want that for you guys.
Yeah.
Whether you guys decide 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever, from here, hey, let's give it another shot. Or whether you don't. Like, I feel like you guys have the support for whatever decisions you want to make. Yeah. But elephant in the room.
What?
Are you dating?
No.
I'm just kidding. He said, no, what?
Honestly, to be completely honest, do you know how hard it is to date? Saying I have a 3-year-old and a month-year-old, like a month-year-old,
a
like
month-year-old. I've never heard that.
Whatever but do you know how? You know, like, come on, who's going?
Has a girl ever hit you and you had to say
yes?
And what do they say? Oh, I gotta go.
No, I mean, they'll ask me my situation and I tell them, and then usually they just probably veer off because it's like, come on, you got a month-year-old, like, come on.
You can go figure that shit out, bro.
A month here, you got a month.
Like, he's been here a month. Like,
yeah,
you know
if I was a girl and you hit me with that, I'd be like, bro, he still smells like your baby mama. Like, you gotta go over there.
And even before Zaire, like, I have a 2-year-old. You know, a girl gonna assume that I'm still dealing with my baby mom. So I don't even press it.
So you don't date?
No.
I wasn't asking you. I know what you do.
I wasn't even responding. I actually don't know why I said no. She just said no. All
right,
you responding for me?
We gotta go.
I don't know what you be doing.
I'm
so
sorry.
to wrap things up.
I'm really enjoying this conversation. I'm so mad that we have to stop. But
we could do a part 2.5.
We have to come back, but we have to literally rush out because we're going to go check out a venue for you guys.
Yes,
literally for you guys.
We are literally trying to plan this Think Loud Crew brunch.
No, we are planning it. We are,
and we're checking something out right now.
Yes. So before we get late, because my mom is screaming at us that we're about to be late, we gotta go. But I'm so happy that Mezies, I'm so happy you came on and that we could do this.
So happy.
And shout out to Necessary Ignorance. Make sure y'all follow that page and check us out.
They actually have like a few episodes. I actually listened to them before.
Oh, cool.
We gotta do one together.
I never told you that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I listened.
We got some fire coming up, man. Look, watch.
I'm excited. So don't forget to follow us at Think Loud Crew on Instagram. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. And you guys can follow me at Shy Not Shy.
And you can follow me at Hair by Shanan C.
And you can follow me at R. Kyle Lynn. And where can we find you, Mezies?
At MEEZ214, Mezies 214.
And what about the podcast?
Necessary Ignorance. At Necessary Ignorance.
Yes.
Thank y'all.
Have a good week.